Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube, Twitch, and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available, including in this campaign, newly open slot available. All you have to do is reach out to me and let me know. I'd be more than happy to have you join in on the action and fun. Now, without further ado, Damson, you volunteered?
Yes, I did volunteer.
All right, go ahead. Give us that recap.
So last time, our party was getting over being attacked by a blue dragon who damaged our ship, forcing us to land in a nearby valley. Having seen that it was the only safe landing spot, we came to a controlled landing within the Valley of the Mage, where people were hiding within their huts, not wanting to come out to say anything else, because a ship just fell from the sky. Until one apprentice of the
mage
named Atiem came and greeted us. They were asking, like, what are you doing here? Like, can you leave? And like, well, we would, but we need to repair our ship. We got attacked by blue dragons. To which the apprentice was like, you didn't kill them, did you? Like, no, we just kind of beat them up. It's like, oh, good. So Blue Atania isn't going to come and murder us all from our agreement. As she had left the mate and their children to hunt and prowl as they see fit. So we asked her, like, okay, where can we get the sap and, like, the special sap and star iron that we need to fix our ship? To which the apprentice like, well, there is this one area nearby, but it's kind of overrun with, like, blights. Can you just kind of go clear them out? I'm like, yeah, sure, we can head that way. Heading there, we encountered Trents, blights, and water weirds, and we had killed, like, the little small dangling ones before the Trents started to speak Sylvan. To which point, Sylph, which display name Sylph, was like, whoa, you could talk. Let's talk this out here. We can do an agreement. As our party tends to do when there is someone that is sentient. We try to talk it out to solve the issue. And we were able to come to an agreement where we would take one of the Trents and, bring them down to the Sea of Dust where they could have their influence there, while the other ones would play dead. Our deception succeeded, and we were successfully able to convince the mage's apprentice that, yeah, they're dead. We're just taking this one back as loot for lumber. To which point they then pointed out the watchtower nearby full of animated armor and weapons that had the iron that we need to repair the ship itself. So we went over there, and upon picking up a single silver piece, all the animated armor came to attack the thief, which happened to be Damson at this point because the toy was tossed over to her. We were able to dispatch the armor, breaking it down, and looting through the watchtower, we found an amulet that allowed you to control some of this armor. Needless to say, some repairs are going to be needed to the armor for it to even work in the first place, but we were able to save enough of it to have that as a possibility in the future. As we took our loot back to the ship, Gribble and Sylph repaired it, and we got on the way as the, quote, dead Trent, end quote, decided to wake up and just started to hang out on the ship with us now, as we started to make our way back up through the mountains towards the dry steppes, on our way towards the Sea of Dust.
The arc cuts westward through the high air. leaving the green refuge of the Valley of the Mage behind. Below you, the world changes by degrees. The mountains rise first, jagged and enormous, the ridge lines of the crystal mists catching the light like broken teeth. Wind rolls over them in hard, invisible waves, rocking the ship just enough to remind everyone aboard that this vessel, ancient or not, is still newly awakened after centuries in the earth. The repaired hull groans now and then, not in failure, but in adjustment, new braces settling against old bones. Freshly painted sections of the Ark gleams beside scars that no amount of work could fully hide. Arcane glyphs pulse along the frame in long, steady rhythms, their light flowing beneath the surface like veins of blue fire. For many aboard, the sight is impossible to fully accept. The ground is too far below. The clouds are no longer above you. They drift beside you, parting against the prow in long white streams. Rivers become silver threads. Forests become dark patches of texture. Roads vanish almost entirely unless the sun catches them at just the right angle. The Ark does not fly like a dragon. It does not beat wings or ride thermals. It sails, heavy and magnificent, pushing through the sky with the certainty of something built by hands that believe the heavens were simply another road. Gribble occasionally echoes from somewhere below deck, shouting corrections no one asked for, and fixing the employees that are newly learning how to tend to a ship of this accord. Homefolk workers move carefully through the ship, still not fully trusting the idea that there is nothing beneath their feet but magic and air. The whole vessel feels awake now. Not restored to what it once was, not yet, but alive enough to remember its purpose. Then, beyond the mountain shadow, the land opens. The dry steppes spread out ahead. Oh, long rest, everybody.
Hey, thank you.
At first, they seem endless. A vast yellow-brown sea of hard grass, dust, cracked earth, and wind-polished stone. The land stretches westward beneath a pale sky, broken here and there by scrub, dry gullies, and old river beds that no longer carry water. The mountains hem in it's in along one side, cold and severe, while the steppe itself looks stripped down to bone. And then, Sylph, you remember. Not as a dream, not as a guess. You remember this place before the world burned it hollow. You remember looking down from impossible height and seeing a living land beneath you. Wide golden plains moved in the wind, not dry and dying, but rich with grain and tall grass. Rivers cut bright paths through the earth, feeding gardens, towns, and long fields divided by pale roads. Herds moved across the distance like drifting clouds, and the cities below shone with painted domes, sunlit towers, and open courtyards filled with water. What is now dust was once green. What is now cracked earth was once a patchwork of farms, orchards, canals, and pasture lands. What is now silence beneath the Ark was once movement everywhere. Riders crossing the plains, workers in the fields, merchants on the roads, children near riverbanks, banners lifting in the wind above cities whose names do not come back to you. You remember the Netheri looking down on this region with admiration, not conquest, admiration. This city This land was not theirs, but they saw purpose in it. They saw a people who had shaped harsh country into beautiful through patience, knowledge, and magic of their own. The city in the sky passed above it like a visiting star, watched from below with fear by some and wonder by others. And you remember something being lowered. Not a weapon, not a treasure. A gift. A great orb, held with rings of pale metal and violet glass, descending from the flying city beneath streams of controlled light. It was made to gather what the sky gave freely: rain, starlight, heat, wind, and unseen currents of magic. It was meant to feed the land, steady the seasons, strengthen the rivers, and help the plains endure years when the weather turned cruel. You remember its glow, as soft, almost gentle. A small sun cupped inside crystal. People gathered below to receive it. Nethery voices spoke words of blessings and measurement, half prayer and half calculation. The orb was set into a place of stone and water, not hidden then, not buried, not feared. It was left behind as proof that power did not always have to take. But that memory fades as the arc carries you forward. Below you now, the old rivers are scars. The channels are dry lines in the earth, visible only from above. Some ruins still mark the steps, but barely. A ring of stone here, a half-buried foundation there, a road that begins nowhere and ends beneath sand. The land has forgotten the shape of the life it once held, but from this height you can still see where it was wounded. You do not remember the catastrophe that changed this place so much. You don't recall hearing of it or any knowledge whatsoever of it occurring. You do not know what hands found the orb later, what fear or ambition touched its ancient work, or what desperate mind tried to make a gift into something greater. You only remember what was left here, and as the ark sails over the broken step, one detail returns with painful clarity. The orb was placed here, where 3 lines met. Water below, starlight above, and the road of white stone running east towards the mountains. Far beneath you, in the ruined land below, a pale line flashes for just a moment through the dust. A road, old, nearly buried, still pointing the way. That is the end of that part. Right? Just clarity.
Well, looking over and during the travel, every now and then they will just risk up a minor illusion for themselves just to see if they can remember the faces, but they just can't. They're a blur, and it's frustrating that time can do something like this. It's horrible.
Oop, that's the wrong one.
But they will call forth Damson, Gribble, and Sophis as they are recalling this orb, the star within. as they are explaining, as the thoughts are just growing within their mind, like someone hyped up on sugar and just spouting out nonsense of anyone who doesn't actually understand. But then muttering the line of white stone road, starlight, and water below. 3 lines meet. Ley lines? Lines. Then they will go silent and cup their own fur on their face, like scratching at it, deeply thinking. They seem rather bothered.
We
Bad
could
dream.
try.
Go ahead, Sophis. What were you saying?
She'll say bad dream.
No, I feel like I've been flashbanged by memories. They feel very vivid. My mind doesn't work like how it is. I think time is flowing onto my mind and recollections are coming in and combining.
Then let's see if we can find it. I mean, from the sounds of your rapid thoughts, it almost sounds like whatever this is was meant to help keep the lands fertile. And it sounds like, well, by looking down below, it looks like that got interrupted. So maybe finding it can help bring these lands back to a better place.
I introduced to help. How could it get like this?
Malfunction, or someone tried to modify it to make it better but made it worse and couldn't undo the change? You know the saying, the road to the 9 hells is paved with good intentions. They probably tried to do something they thought would help, but messed up a balance somewhere.
Probably greed.
I mean, that
I
is a
hear the
possibility.
laughter in my head.
I love the difference in perspective. You know, they probably had good intentions. Probably just greedy fucks. Just
I will try to charter the land with my maps and see if we can find an overlay. But the important structures that are vivid, water is below a road of white stone. East. They start saying their directions. Never eat shredded wheat. East is that way, as they point westward, as they're, opposite Damson. Wait, no. They then turn around. That way.
Are we? Is this something you need? Are we taking a detour then? We're no longer going to Sea of Dust.
We are, but I believe that we may need this. It will help us. Long ago, I remember introducing it as a means of controlling the chaos. Being, I understand chaos the most of, as they make, confetti spring everywhere. Still, this will help us if we can find it, as it will allow me to retrace my steps when I reincarnated over and over again.
Pat them on the head.
I would
Yeah.
only do it again if it was with you, as they hold Damson's big hand.
Fair enough.
Paul.
It's a promise.
Well, damn.
I
so
don't
you're okay
promise a
with it?
reincarnation. I don't want to die. Sorry. Go ahead, Sophus.
She was gonna say, well, if Damson, if you're okay with that, I guess we could try to find it. I knew the finding that, but your old dragon form was important.
It is, but also not dying in the Sea of Dust is very important. From what my memories can recall, it is
Yes.
very inhospitable for those who are not prepared for it.
And we do not have life support systems on the ship at the moment.
Hmm.
If you do not know what that means, think of it as a spell that continues to protect in a small bubble, allows you to keep on living. Hence why it's called life and support system.
All right.
Gribble may be able to explain it more, as he was the ingenious one that set it up last time. He may be sleeping or working.
Gribble?
No, I just realized I was muted.
Go ahead.
We see that
He
you
was
see
just
your mouth
speaking.
moving. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have your
Uh,
music playing. It's like, oh, what?
no, it just provides every like essential necessity that a person needs in order to continue about their daily lives. So, fresh air, moisture. You don't want to dry up and be a husk.
Ooh, yeah, we don't want you to end up like one of those dried frogs that have been left out in the sun.
Yeah. Also, it looks like there's a lake nearby. That'd be a good thing to do before we leave this area is stock back up on some water.
Are you talking about the lake all the way out here?
Yeah.
That'll be a good half day's fly to get there.
Yeah. Restocking on water is not a bad thing when we leave here.
Yeah.
Especially if we're going into the Sea of Dust.
Yeah. Pretty sure water traded for a lot.
I point to our Druid. Can't she just generate water?
Yeah, you can.
That takes a lot of work and effort.
She can do that for us while she is occupied. Up to the DM. But if we need a fresh source, of course we can go. I'm just thinking of time savers. I do think of you as an important member, Gribble, so if you need this water, then we shall go.
She was able to feed an entire village with water. One day.
I can generate water as well, I just, just don't. Looking to Gribble with a smile, waiting for his reaction and reply.
We have a much bigger need for water, though. We're going into an area where everything's going to be taxed. And our giant tree is now sucking up more of our water.
Well, he does need it, so you are right to spread his seed. That was a double chuckle. See? So yes, let's go and get that water done. You said roughly a day and a half?
Oh, it's something we can do when we find this artifact.
Yes,
Like
after the action.
afterwards, we can just make a day trip out there and, siphon some water from the local lake.
Yes. Let us follow your memories first up while they're nice and fresh in your mind. We can always head over to the lake, but the lake isn't moving. I'm waiting for Joey to roll a D100 on that.
No, the lake's not fucking moving. I'm not. The lake is not actively moving. Don't worry about that.
No, that's what a river is for.
So, what you do realize, everybody, is as you're flying over these ruins, nomadic people out here, distinctly Bakloonish-looking folk, are all watching your vessel as you are lowered towards the ground. Some of which fire arrows out of curiosity to see if you are some new game that they can be hunting. Obviously, you are not. And some of which seem to be interested in where you all are headed. The folks are all wrapped very tightly within themselves, varying sizes as well, and even some of them, even from this high up, since you guys have trust issues and have very high perception checks, are centaurs, individuals riding atop horseback.
Oh.
Don't let me see this. Don't let me see this. Don't let me see this. I'm in the captain's quarters. Just a reminder, if you guys do speak, I can hear you anywhere on the ship as I'm controlling it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some people down below. There's some trying to shoot us with arrows. Just gonna do like presentation, just make them wet. Like, no.
No.
Hey,
Go on.
hey, Captain. Your favorite pastime is below us, trying to hurt our ship.
You see the musty step next to you. Pastime.
Yeah, you like horse betting.
I think you mean horse bedding.
Oh.
Because I help horses.
Yes, that's what you meant.
Does it count if they're half horse?
Half? What's the other half?
You look down and elf. The other half is elf.
I calculate how far is it to the bottom?
About 230 feet. They have no
And I'm
chance of
not-
actually hitting you with their short bows. They're mostly shooting out of curiosity, not knowing what the fuck that is.
I will cast Major Illusion and to just make like a speaker and say, "Hello, we're going to land now. Please make at least 15 feet away so you do not get hurt. We are peaceful beings. Peaceful."
We come in peace. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion roll. I don't think you can possibly
Yay.
fail this.
So we're not making glue.
Let's see. Persuasion. Be fun if I got a 1. 23.
23. Alrighty. Sylph. You see a few of them are curious watching you. And one of them steps out and forward and gestures towards the others with a hand gesturing that seems vaguely familiar to you. And immediately the others begin, well, listening to what that individual is telling them. Now, as you all disembark down towards the bottom, stepping off, you see that this community is very strange halflings, half-elves, and centaurs that are also elven in nature. They seem to be traveling by themselves out here, but they're all wearing similar-looking shawls to be able to identify themselves compared to others. Anybody here proficient in survival?
Yeah.
Mm, yes.
Yes.
The shawls that they have distinct looking patterns of of tan, red, and white, so that even from a distance, if you notice that pattern, they wouldn't accidentally shoot one of their own.
Mm.
And it would blend into this environment very well. As you all are descending downwards, they watch you with a lot of suspicion as they're approaching closer, and one of them, an older-looking woman, maybe in her late 60s, walks up holding a knife at her side and in her hand, but not in a threatening manner. She speaks in Baklunish. Do any of you speak Baklunish? No, this is not a Netherese language.
No.
I'll kind of like tap my little comprehend languages to understand what they're saying, but I can't speak it.
You all fall from the sky like ancient people. Who are you, and what brings you to the wells of Ankaba?
I would say this aloud to everyone else. Because I cannot speak it, but I can understand it.
Nearly a useless helmet.
I will attempt to do the sign language,
Okay.
as I do know sign language, but it's common sign language.
Yep. You do know sign language, and they notice you doing it in that pattern and shakes their head. Do you speak giant by any chance?
No. I have Sylvan, Primordial, and my Elven, the Grey Elf one.
I suppose I'm going to have to speak the outsider's tongue. You notice she says this not as like an insult or any amount of harshness, but as a matter of fact. I am Zahira Onkaba. We are the wells of Onkaba. What brings the sky folk here after all this time?
Greetings. I myself am one of the descendants of the ancient ones, you could say. And now it's time for the shift to happen. As we were flying by, a flash of memory hit my entire being. And now we are in search of this object that I foresaw within distant memories.
So you are a treasure hunter.
No. We are not treasure.
Basically,
Wait, Gribble was speaking.
it's...
What'd you say, Gribble?
sorry. Yeah, sorry.
We are not treasure seekers. We are... Me and this one are indeed ancient ones. We have come back to this holy land to retrieve an object that we bestowed upon the people of this area. It seems that that item has since deactivated and forsake the land. If possible, we might be able to get it to reignite and bring life back to this valley
You all are responsible for the star that descended and
Yes.
turned the grass violet and destroyed our entire home?
No.
I told you this. I told you people didn't like the Technicolor the grass.
I had nothing to do with that.
Yes, I am responsible for that, as I was the one who put the star with me.
She steps forward with a intense look in her eyes. The curiosity seems to be now harshed with the hostility of what transpired here. So, you left the rain hot.
The rain hot.
Heart. I'm copy pasting.
Oh. Yes.
Accents.
If that is the title of the object that you have given, then I did leave it, but not in a purposeful. I died.
And many more thousands died when that was left here. You hear one of the others, a centaur, steps forward looking incredibly pissed off right now. Damson, you are the only one who understands what he is saying. We have to kill them in retribution. Allow me to skin the rabbit. But she holds up her hand to stop him from stepping forward. Can all of this be fixed?
That is a good question. I would need to be able to see it in order to fix it. It can't bring back the dead, but if it's malfunctioning because the captain died, it could be deactivated and the land can go back the way it was through time.
We also have a very powerful druid on board who will work with your nature in the area to help it flourish and bloom, if you so want.
The druids have tried every 100 years. The land itself will not respect the call of nature. The land itself is scarred from the magic. Go ahead, Syl.
What did they do to my precious little son? I will take responsibility of it, as it was me who left it behind. There are no excuses that I can make to make things right. But just know that I am trying to improve the future for all.
Roll me a persuasion roll.
Woo! A22.
We love 22. She listens to your words and nods along to everything you are expressing, listening carefully to it all. You can see that that centaur behind her, large, muscular, young, early 20s, is ready to attack at a moment's notice if she gives them a moment's notice. But she doesn't. She listens. You all will accompany us. Tonight, we will call upon the fire. Ensure that it has you speak truths, no lies. We will have Nyla 3 cups there to see what we do.
Thank you for the invitation. We will be there.
It is not an invitation.
Oh,
You
sorry.
scarred our home. You will come with us now, or suffer the consequences immediately. And to clarify something, all of you looking at these people, you think you could easily kill them all.
Just looking back at Damson is like, do not do it. Do not fireball. Do not like hold like the Clark, not Clark Kent, but Papa Kent in the tornado in the Superman movie. It's like, hold back your restraint. You are all powerful. We need a fix.
Don't kill them yet.
I'm just gonna walk forward and go. As long as you can ensure our safety until you can judge us fairly, I have no problem following you. Seems the captain did something wrong.
Good.
Why would we all be judged?
Because the actions you are claiming have destroyed this land for 3,000 years and suffered thousands of lives.
Also, I wouldn't say it was Sylph's doing. It sounds like someone took Sylph's stuff and then fucked with it.
That is what we will find out when no lies may be spoken.
Yes. The captain dropped the proverbial ball.
Again, I
Wow.
don't think it's Sylph's fault.
Well, this is all alleged.
Time and tale passed down can askew things when things go wrong. We'll
No,
be
I
more
mean-
than happy to accompany you to know the truth. Even though I know for a fact that Sylph does not ever lie.
Yeah, well, we can help you, but don't make threats of violence. It won't end well with you for you.
Hey,
God, you guys are
Selfish.
really bad at being nice.
Selfish.
I've tried.
I know.
I've tried to de-escalate this so badly, and
Yeah.
I do like
everyone else wants to open their trap.
I do like the karate chop on Sylph's head. Don't threaten them.
I'm
Stop
not
it.
threatening them. They threatened us.
Okay, stop escalating. We don't need to escalate.
Okay. I understand.
When you do something wrong, Sophus.
I didn't do anything wrong.
No. When you do something wrong, do you not correct the action?
Right, but I also don't do it under threat of violence. If something's done under threat of violence, you're not doing it out of either goodwill.
They have every right to be upset with the captain. The captain died, left their balls, and
Hey,
now we're
I
having to
found
pick
you,
up the
dude.
mess.
We're talking about something that happened 3,000 years ago. How could we even
I
be
didn't-
sure?
I'm over 3,000 years old.
You
And it
remember all of
seems-
that?
Sorry. Go on.
well, they plan to do a ritual to find out the truth, as they said, and we won't know until they do it.
And if the truth is what they say, are you just going to let them slaughter you?
They
No.
look at they just look at Sophus. Of course, I will let them try to slaughter me.
Try. Okay, I understand.
They just
No.
smile. I'm an honest person. I have to be.
I'm just like face palming right now. No, if it is deemed that you were in the wrong, Captain, I will fix the problem. And you will apologize to these people for dropping your ball.
Oh no, yeah, that's correct. That's why we are here to get the balls.
So, before we get into a clan war here, we will go to your camp as long as you can ensure our safety and no one tries to harm us until after the ritual.
No one will try to harm you until after the ritual.
Good.
I am the speaker of our tribe, our elder of the wells. Nala Three Cups, she is the keeper of our story and our food.
Very well. Take us to your keeper.
Take us to your keeper.
What do I look like? Their keeper? Yes.
You dictate who gets food and who doesn't.
So, she walks towards the inside of the crowd where you see the large horseman is staring at you all, very aggravated, very angry, and ready to attack. He's very clearly a younger guy hopped up on testosterone who has difficulty maintaining his own emotions because he lacks experience. However, given what they are, what Sylph has admitted to, maybe they have some reasons to hate you all. But as you are walking, more and more of them begin showing up inside of these steps, appearing through the thick, dry dirt and minimum foliage that exists out here. There's far more of them than you all anticipated. Now you start to think it might be a problem fighting this many. Damson does have a limited supply of fireballs. But as you are walking, she brings you in closer to this small encampment they have set up out here. A large wooden barrier that protects around a centralized location. And as you are stepping closer, all of you with a passive of 20. None of you have a passive of 20. Nice. You hear something that sounds a little familiar, but you can't place your finger on it. She gets over to the front gates where there are two armed half-elves watching you all as you approach. She hands over her knife, and then she hands over an amulet. She looks at all of you. As a sign of goodwill, I am relinquishing my arms and weapons, so that when we speak, we are on equal terms and footing. Any of those that wish to speak, do the same.
Sylph will ravage their furs and start taking out some of their weapons, their mystical weapons that comes back to them,
Yeah.
and they just make it vanish.
I'll offer over my weapons.
They will look directly at your magical focuses, understanding magic.
I will offer the focus as well.
Focuses. You have 3, Damson.
The focus is.
All right. Anybody else who wishes to speak wants to relinquish their weapons?
I don't have weapons. I have a suit that allows me to walk because my legs don't work,
You have a giant ball and chain.
which is part of the suit.
Yeah, you can detach it. You're allowed to bring your stuff in there. You just won't be recognized as a speaker.
Yeah, I don't need to speak.
I will just shift to be a different version of the armor right now. That's not combat oriented.
Sounds good. And
I kind of need this to walk as I show them the fact that my legs are all mangled.
they still haven't been fixed. She really needs to get on learning regenerate.
Yeah.
But-
I won't be able to get it for a long time.
As you do such, Sylph, one of the warriors out front, holds up a tray that has 3 large gollops of paint on it. One is blue, one is red, one is yellow. The speaker will look over at you. Or sorry, Zahira will look at you. You, identifying yourself as their protector and guard, may choose what color to represent yourself with, but your markings will be visible for us to know.
They will choose the yellow one for their fur.
Well, no, you're not a protector or guard, you're a speaker.
Oh.
Sorry,
I
Sophis. I apologize.
Oh,
Sorry.
what are the color options?
Red, blue, and yellow.
Red.
All right. He sticks his hand into the red and places his hand directly over your entire face, leaving a giant red face palm on your face.
Oh. She's gonna smudge it a little. Oh.
It'll wash off in about 7 days. And as you get inside,
She's gonna
You
narrow
s-
her eyes at him.
you see a lot of huts all around in a circular pattern, and in the center of this community there is the only source of water in the entirety of the steppes, the well of the Ankabar. And as you guys look at that,
The white road leads to a water source.
as you guys look at that, we're going to go ahead and go on break, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, bathroom. So, as we have all just left off, you have made it into the village of these people. Sorry, that sounds way too hospitable. This is better. Yeah. Stepping inside and seeing the well, as soon as your eyes settle down upon it, you see Zahira turns towards you all. You will be given the amount of water you are required to have, and you will take no more. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Good. Continuing your walk, she brings you over towards one of these huts that seems far larger than the others. You hear rummaging around inside and a very panicked, hurried sounding voice from in there as well. Speaking Bakalunish as well. Damson, you can understand them. How am I supposed to cook when all we currently have is goat's blood? I keep telling them it doesn't boil the same. Okay, it's fine. Let's just try some oats instead, shall we? As the curtain opens up, you all look inside of this vast dining hall, a communal gathering for all of the people. As you look around, you don't see the person whose voice you just heard, until they step out from behind the counter as you see a middle-aged halfling woman standing there. She turns her attention towards all of you, wiping her hands clean of blood before draining it out over top of a pot. She watches you all. Hello? Who are you?
We are here to be judged.
Yes, Nala. You need to begin the 3 Cups ritual. We have to see if these people are to blame for anything or not. 3 Cup ritual. Very well. She comes over looking at all of you, eyeing you up. Huh. You all are a very weird group of friends.
I suppose you could say that. But traveling makes strange company, and strange company makes good friends.
Nala, you're not supposed to say things like that to people. But they're not bothered by it, they know. Come on, it's the opening of every joke ever. A dragon born, a heron gone, and a frog walk into a bar. An elf is waiting there. Go on.
Well, it looks like the bar might be a little lacking in supplies. Would you like me to assist you?
What are you looking for?
I could create some food for y'all.
She looks intrigued. You say you can make some food for us?
Yeah.
You may do so, but after the ritual.
Okay.
She looks you all over a couple of times, nodding her head as she does. And eventually, she begins going over towards a cabinet, pulling out a handful of furniture. Sorry, a handful of wooden cups that have arcane sigils and glyphs carved upon them. As she looks at those, she begins bringing them outside. Yeah. She, after the ritual, they just...
Yeah.
She brings you all outside. Upon getting over towards the well, you see the people are beginning to gather around, curious as to what is happening. And she begins to bring the cups forward, placing them on the edge of the well, and begins an incantation. Now, which of you speak primordial? Any of the verses?
I believe it's just Sylph. You're muted in Zoom, Sylph.
Well, Damson right now because he's got comprehend.
She, but yes.
C, sorry.
It's hard to tell, it's a dragonborn.
There you go. So yeah, I do. I have primordial.
Then
Yeah.
Both of you understand. I'll call upon the ancient blood of the Ankaba, those that have bled to keep this well alive, those that have protected it with their bodies, their life, and their essence. We seek now that which nourishes us to nourish the truth within our enemies, and what kills those that wish to deceive us. Please, hear my call and hear my prayer. Grant us your guidance and knowledge. As she pulls up the pail, she begins filtering out the water into each of the cups. Slightly orange tint to it that is noticeable only by the two of you that understood what she was saying. As she is done, she brings the cups over. I must warn you all. By drinking this, you are accepting that the truth will be spoken, and if any lie is attempted, that your life will be forfeited to the well.
I chug it.
I wasn't done explaining it.
I still got my one. I'm listening.
As am I.
She just shakes her head at you, Gribble.
I already lost my feet.
What this blood has, what this water has, she doesn't say blood, that was my slip, is the essence of all of those that have happened in our community to save this well and keep it nourished. And in their blood, there is all the pain, all of the hatred, all of the love, and all of the protection we have ever given to each other. An attempt of lying will cause the spirits of our ancestors to drown you from the inside. Do you accept this burden?
I do.
I do.
She will push up on your 2 cups to make you both drink. That is the first cup. Let us get the next 2. She'll snatch yours, Gribble, out of your hand.
She's gonna drown a frog.
Yeah.
I was more scared before she explained it than after. I can breathe water.
But can you breathe spirits? We'll find out. So
Oh, you can breathe water, but can you breathe spirit water? That's a different thing.
these are spirit waters. As she dips the pail back down into the water and retrieves it yet again, you can hear her voice continue the incantation. They have accepted the burden of truth. Now we require the warriors of insight to still our eyes, and to guide us against the deceivers, those that wish to manipulate words and truth to gain their own upper hand and favor. When she pulls it back up, she begins pouring the pail into a much bigger 2 cups. Zahira comes over, drinking one of them as she drinks the other. Then she dips it back down, and when she pulls it up, the 3rd portion of this ritual takes place. Now tie our blood, tie our water, so that we all can stay safe, and all hold the consequences for one another. Guide us this time, so that in our deaths we will become part of the well that nourishes all of Ankabar. As she pulls it up, she somehow has managed to make 1 pail fill up each of your 3 cups, her cup, and Zahira's. As she gestures towards you all and gives you a salute to your health.
And down the next cup.
Same.
Alright. As soon as that happens, all of you feel a weight settling right above your stomach. Like the water hasn't gone down into it and settled. It seems to be controlling itself in the middle of your chest. It's a very strange sensation.
That's a unique sensation.
It is an ancestral spell that only us, Ankabar, can cast.
I see.
Now, the truth will guide you, and the lies will drown you. What brought you all here to begin with?
Passing by. If you need more information, it's more on we are going to find oh, this would feels weird. Ugh. Okay. I'm trying to find my lover that is encased in crystal.
You came here to seek your lover. The two of them watch you closely.
Go on, Shelf. You were saying something?
No. You are a marker that we were passing by, and I had a memory flash that was very vivid, as if I was there for a moment. Then I remembered having to find my sun orb. Then we started to scour and found this location from you guys.
They watch each other, believing that there is no lie spoken. You admitted to me that it was you who left the object here.
Yes.
What was your specific dealing with it and the situation?
A very long time ago, I came down from the stars and brought it with me. And in doing so, I nourished the land and made it bigger and grow stronger.
Now, as a point of clarification for you, because the description did happen all at once and all of that, you were not the one who delivered it here. You just remember it being dropped here. You did not directly do that.
Okay. I will rephrase then. I remember it falling like a star coming down. But after dealing with it, it seemed my presence was cut short. Afterwards, I do not know what had happened to it, as I didn't have memories.
She will look at you closely, attempting to read something more about what you are saying from your face and expression. She turns over to Nala. Oh, do not expect me to read their face. It's covered in fur. Nala, you can't say things like that. They know they're covered in fur.
Honestly, I appreciate her directness.
What part are
Same.
you, I guess, confused about or unsure about that you're trying to look for in our captain's face?
Any part of it. We are being cautious.
Oh, the amnesia thing is very, very true. Even I suffer from it.
Then I will direct the question towards you.
Oh, sure.
What about the circumstance of their amnesia? Do you understand?
Well,
Nala just points at the well behind her.
funny. Our, if I am remember correctly, technically still suffers from double amnesia. The one that I share with them happened because a mage tried to take someone from a bar using a spell to wipe memories and ended up teleporting us. And that is how we all woke up together in a underground ruin, not knowing who we were, who each other were, or why we were there. And we've slowly been regaining memories over time. As for the other case of Sylph's memories, honestly, I believe the biggest cause is the fact that they were, I guess you could still say are as well, cursed in a manner and had memory sealed away because they wanted to protect their lover, and it was a price they had to pay. I know, confusing.
It is very confusing. I thought it was straightforward.
I
So,
like you.
that is
That
not
was
a lie.
Nala.
She looks over at the other. Let's get back onto the situation at hand, shall we?
Of course, of course.
We are concerned about this object. What knowledges about it do you possess?
Do I know about the subject, Joey?
You can roll me a history check to see if you might have known anything about it. You weren't really high up in the rankings to be dealing with, terraforming. It's a pretty big responsibility. They didn't even allow nepotism to be a part of that.
Mm.
If
But-
that's a failure,
Oh,
I
it
can
is
add
not.
a +5 to
It
that
is.
if need be.
Sir, if I tell you a 27 is a failure, you can scream at me.
Because I do have Flash of Genius.
Yes. No.
That you just hit the marker.
Of the first check.
Yeah, first one. No. She looks at you carefully, and you begin to recall some memories. Yes, they were working on this object. You can't recall its name specifically because you only hit the second information interval. But what it was meant to do was invigorate the landscape in a manner that would help safeguard and facilitate easy living for the people that it happens with. In the traveling of the Netherese people, it was quite often that they would discover desperate individuals who would try to attack them to take what they have in order to do something as simple as eat or drink or survive. And their solution, instead of going, hey, don't threaten me or I will kill every single one of you, was to create an object that would make it so they didn't need that in order to survive and give it to them as a gift. You know that this object, the way it was programmed is you would not be able to set it to destroying an environment. They intentionally did that because the Netherese knew that the majority of people were not intelligent enough to reliably never use these types of things for malicious purposes. So, yeah.
Okay.
So they built it with a safety precaution that if it were to be tampered with in order to destroy, it would implode on itself in about a 15-foot radius, destroying anybody that was actively tampering with it. So whatever happened was not as simple as someone put it to the wrong setting or somebody tampered with it. Unless somebody really fucking smart tampered with it. Which, again, the Netherese were an ancient, incredibly progressed civilization who was unparalleled with their magical and religious comprehensions. The people they were giving it to were the equivalent, by their perception, as cavemen. Even though they were average people.
Yeah, so the way I would explain it is the people that I worked for 3,000 years ago,
yes,
the Netherese individuals, when they would encounter folks that were without water, without food, without, means of tending to themselves, without resorting to barbarism, they would not want to cause them harm because they can understand that is the most basic of impulses. If you don't have food, you don't have water, you die.
I have to pause you there. That same centaur before begins an outburst of, "Are you calling us barbarians?" And immediately, Zahira looks over at him. "Please calm down." And then Nala looks at him. "Shut the fuck up when we're speaking." Continue. Huh?
You just made me lose thought.
Yeah, shut the fuck up when we're speaking. That's
yeah. So their solution was to create an object that would provide. It would provide food, would provide water to those without. And when they encounter these individuals, they would give it to them in good faith. They also ensured that if someone were to tamper with it, that person wouldn't exist anymore because it would blow up on them. However, from my understanding of its safeguards and everything, what happened here shouldn't have happened, but it did. I'm not saying the Netherese are omnipotent and, all-knowing. They were pretty smart folks. But even they can have their faults. So there is a possibility that someone of similar intelligence found a way of converting it without triggering its natural safeguards. I don't know if it's because the captain perished here, or if someone were to acquire it and do something with it that caused all of this devastation. But if I could be brought to it, I could try to figure out what the cause is and just maybe, repair the damage that has been done to this land. My captain has made it abundantly clear they don't want to cause harm to this world. They just want to help people prosper, just as she offered prosperity to all who boarded the cedar ships. We're all looking for a home, a place to call our own, but we don't want to cause death and despair if we can help it. I personally look for the great lily pad in the sky as my home, but until the day I find it, I will keep my faith and trust in my captain to lead me down the path that leads to it.
The great lily pad in a sky. Very good. I have a question for you all. When I had spoken of bringing you here and you all paying the consequences of your actions, were you afraid?
No.
No.
Why not?
Cautious? Yes. Afraid? No. You have numbers. You have many people, if we were to fight, would perish. But I don't think it would be one-sided.
She nods. And the rest of you?
Oh, simply put, I knew the truth would win in the end.
You feel a tightening in your stomach as you are being elusive with your answer. Yeah, you're not able to do that trick with these people. The spirits will kill you.
That the truth of the matter and the proper explanation of our intentions here and what we know will result in a favorable outcome for both of us. Is that better?
No, it is not, because you are not admitting to the actual truth, which was you were not afraid of them. So the spirits begin tightening even more on you, Damson, to the point where it begins hurting.
Okay, we weren't really afraid of you, okay?
She'll nod. You see Nala is smiling at this. Yes, I figured as much. They look like heroes. They do not look like heroes. See, now you're the one being racist.
Well, I think heroes would have feet.
Well,
I'm just lucky. I've got 2 pairs.
Thank you for your honesty. And for you?
I hold back 80% of the time because I must. Fear isn't something I'm used to. It has to be forced upon me. And what I see is people in trouble. You're scared. But people have to step in to help the poor, the weak, and the suffering. and I chose it to be me.
You feel a small tightening in your chest as well. Maybe the question was not clearly put to you. Do you consider us a threat?
Oh, absolutely not.
The tightening immediately relinquishes.
I apologize for not understanding properly.
It is all right. It is good to know where we stand, and now that the ancestors are inside of you, perhaps you understand a little better of why we are as we are.
Y'all suffered a long time, and a lot of effort went into preserving what little bit of hope y'all have left.
Thank you. Now, do you have a question for our folk?
Two questions. The first being, do you know of the location of said orb?
Zahira looks over at Nala. I do not know the exact location. I am the preserver of our knowledge. If you wish, I can tell you the tales and stories that we have about it.
The second question would be, would you allow us to try to make amends and repair the damage that this orb has caused to your lands?
I am unsure of that yet.
Fair enough.
Though 3 of you have been very forward and honest, one of you has chosen to play the role of victim.
They're kind of bitey, you know.
I like that. But it does not hurt for us to share the story and tale. Please, sit down.
Were they directing that at me?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not allowed to speak, right?
That's what they said.
Well, there's nothing against signing, right?
Yeah. Flip them off. They do not speak that version of sign language. They know giant sign language. I thought,
Yeah,
I'll
they're
do sign language. Flip. Just.
Mm-hmm.
My beautiful elf over there says she does not. She does consider you a threat. Sorry, it's your fingers that get in sharper. She just smiles.
I think they consider anyone who raises a blade or actively is hostile as a certain individual has been a threat. And their instincts are to eliminate threats.
Exterminate.
We
They
understand
don't-
Terminators. Sorry, go on.
They don't understand that situations can cause people's emotions to get riled up and that those actions may be justified, but maybe misguided in who should be blamed. I'm not saying that the captain is at fault for what has occurred here, but it is possible that they may have had a hand in causing issues in the past. Only those that were present during the time of our captain's demise would know what truly transpired.
Very well. Thank you for your honesty. Nala's fingers stay wrapped around the cup between her palms, though she has not taken a drink from it in quite a while. The steam rises straight upwards, untouched by the wind, and the old water drawn from the well trembles faintly with each word spoken under the ritual. Back then, the old songs were not just songs. I will tell you what I can, and the water will hear me if I dress ignorance as truth. So understand me clearly. I do not know the whole of it. No one here does. We have pieces passed from grandmother to mother, from mother to daughter, and each passing wore the edges down. The thing you speak of was not born of this land. We call it the Rain Heart. But that was our name for it, not theirs. It came down from the sky in a cradle of violet glass and pale metal, lowered from a city that moved above the world as if the clouds were roads. The ones who brought it were Netheri. Not much our line remembers. Not gods, not spirits. People. Mighty people. Learned people. People who could look at the wind and see numbers inside it. One of them stayed long enough to teach our ancestors the gentler workings of the orb. How to open it to rain. How to draw cool water up from hidden veins beneath the earth. How to steady a season when drought came too early or frost came too late. It was meant to help the plains endure. That is the part of my people still blessed. But power does not remain innocent just because it was given kindly. Long after the Sky City was gone, long after the names of those who carried the orb had become smoke and song, the great empires went to war. Baklunish and Sul, wizard against wizard, pride against pride. The world itself became something they were willing to spend. The Rain Heart was taken from its place of keeping. Not by farmers, not by shepherds, not by the well keepers. It was taken by arcanists who believed they understood old magic because they could command new magic. They did not use it to call rain. They used it as a throat. They made the land itself speak power into their working. Rivers, wells, clouds, roots, storms, waiting beyond the mountains, all of it pulled through the orb and fed into something vast and hateful. The old tale says the Rain Heart screamed without sound, and every well for 100 miles turned bitter in the same hour. I do not know if it caused the devastation. I will not say that. The ritual that broke these lands was greater than one relic, greater than one hand, greater than one sin. But I believe it helped open the way. I believe something made to gather life was forced to carry ruin. And when the invoked devastation passed over the Baklunish land, the green plains died, the rivers shrank into scars, and the gift from the sky vanished beneath dust, shame, and fear. That is what we know. That is why our elders touched the wells before speaking of it. And that is why if one of you once stood among the people who lowered it here, then you have not returned to an old treasure. You have returned to an old wound.
It kind of sounds like the blessings that it would provide were done so in malicious manners, so when you needed sunlight, they caused shade. When you needed rainfall, they gave you drought. When you needed warmth, they gave you frigid seasons, harsher environments, which are settings the orb can do to help those in need, but if used in the improper order, would cause that kind of devastation. It is a shame that the Netherese never considered those that they were gifting these to ever be malicious in nature. Because if they had, they could have put more safety nets in place. But if truly malicious people wanted to use power for their own benefit, there would be no stopping them from doing so. I will do whatever I can to assist. As I stated, that I flew here with the Netherese. Unfortunately, unlike others that were here, I was stuck in a time bubble. I have not been awake those 3,000 years. I have no clue of what happened to this land as a result of our journey here. Just that when we arrived, something happened, and I needed to prevent the bad thing that happened from happening to our ship. So if I'm able to, I will try to help fix the issue that bad members of the tribe had done with the gift that should have given.
Thank you. As for where this object was, there may be some truths hidden around that location, but it has long since been forgotten. We moved further away, and our people discovered a ritual, a very important ritual. It allows us to infuse our lives with this well in order to preserve the water so it cannot be drank by the sky.
Quite an interesting spell work then.
It is blood magic. We were warned by the Netherese people that it was dangerous to utilize. But we're not very good at listening to warnings.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
I still have my thing going. 22.
Can I also make one?
Sure.
My reasoning for making it is because I came with the Nephrese. I would have an understanding of the different magics that they understood as an Arcanist.
Damson, blood magic, that's just ritualistic magic that requires blood. Nothing weird about that. To you, Gribble, hemomancy, blood magic, hemomancy, is an ancient practice that even the Netherese people did not maintain very well, given how difficult it was for it not to corrupt the individual. It is far more powerful than almost any other form of magic out there. The downside is that power usually entices
Corruption.
not really corruption, but the justification of trading away life for effect, which leads to corruption. To them, they just go, oh, well, 1/3 of a soul has a value of XYZ. Ethically speaking, it's still a soul, you know, like...
Yeah, it's sort of like how ancient societies used to offer sacrifices to get boons from their deities.
Yes.
Yes, while that type of magic is powerful in nature, the toll and cost that it has can weigh on people. In some, it can corrupt, turn their justifications into vile acts. I understand y'all are using it to save and safeguard your people, but even y'all must know that, you know, the cost and toll was high in order to protect this source of water for your people.
It is a price that we were willing to pay again and again and again.
Yes, the only clue we have coming into this area of, you call it the Rainheart?
The item
What?
is the Rainheart.
Yes. Was that our captain saw a white road that connected to a road of water that the stars could align themselves to.
That sounds weird. I've never heard of
Is-
such a thing. They look at you now, Sylph.
Hello.
What is that?
Could you be a little bit more specific?
What was the reasoning behind following a white road? Justification for it?
I believe ley lines sit beneath the earth, which would then connect to the celestial skies to commune with the Rainheart, as you call it.
The way that you were saying it was placed where 3 lines meet, water below, starlight above, and a road of white stone running east towards the mountains.
Yes.
The White Stone Path. There's an old site, raised earth outside of the mountains, that ancient times taught us that we would worship at them. We would listen to the call of nature, bathe underneath the moonlight, and dance upon it as well. We were shown this dance by the Netherese people, though they called it a song of blades. Gribble, it would have been an Arcana check, but you'll know
Oh,
it.
it's more. It's 4 more.
What?
The roll would be 4 more if it's Arcana.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying you would just know it. The most arcanely advanced civilization within the Netherese people were the Blade Singers. You did not learn that form of magic. It was way too complicated. It required being someone who could read Arcana through the air, which is a gift that very few had. Mostly elves and other fae. But they had an entire culture surrounding it as well.
Yes, very few of the Netherese were skilled at reading magic from the air itself. I don't know the specifics of those types of spells and abilities, but I do recall some of them being aboard the ship.
Interesting.
Oh, there goes your camera.
I know.
Okay.
Blade singers are fun.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know the path you must walk, what now? Will you go there to seek out the truth behind this object and help us right the wrong of this land? Or is your curiosity satiated?
I wish to retrieve the orb so it stops harming the land.
If I can repair it and prevent it from being misused again, that would help fix the problem from continuing on. It would take druids many I'm not sure if centuries is the right term to right the overall damage, but at least the land can start to heal at that point.
Then I am ready to give my verdict. Captain Sylph Damson Gribble, the three of you are found not guilty of attacking this land and leaving it barren. You are found guilty, however, Captain Sylph, of granting an object to a people without the foresight of the dangers that it held within it. And as punishment, before this century is out, you must destroy or retrieve the object and bring it to us. Do you accept this punishment? Sylph, you might be
Yes.
muted. Okay. Sorry.
I was thinking. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Yes, I can accept those terms.
My question would be, what would you do with the object when we brought it back?
I was going to ask that once we have it and brought it back.
We would have it. And if it was useful to us, we would use it yet again. And if it were not, we would not. Then there is the verdict. Our people will not see you as enemies, and we will treat you as those that pass through this land are all treated. With respect, so long as they respect us and our ways.
Fair enough.
I want to look straight at the person who's been so hostile this whole time towards us to see if he respects the ruling or not.
Insight check.
23.
Begrudgingly. He seems to respect it begrudgingly. Which is probably the best you'll be able to get out of a young guy hopped up on testosterone. That's just how young guys are, you know?
The back of my mind this whole time kept thinking I could subtle spell polymorph him into a mare just for a little bit. Then it to calm down the testosterone a bit.
I just got the uneasy feeling that, you know, he might eventually cause more issues down the road for us, but...
Well, if you want to solve that issue, you can go kill him.
Oh no, it's like if he does, then we can just smack him around like the fly he is, but... So with the ruling being done, I would look at... You said her name was Two Cups?
Nala 2 Cups, yeah.
Would you like me to prepare some food and water for your tribe?
You may do so, but first we need to take the water back from you that you just drank. She will bring a massive trough over and then give a prayer to the ancestors. Please return to us. And it is an excruciating feeling having the water move itself out of your esophagus. You're not vomiting, but it's like it's almost a vomit. It just feels weird. Oh, that's not good.
It's sort of like when a reptile spits up its food again.
Sure.
It is like the most disturbing thing imaginable.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, it's no better going back up.
Oh.
But now you no longer feel the ancestors sitting on your stomachs.
That was a very unpleasant feeling. Ugh. You felt like vomiting, but not. Ugh. Ah ha ha.
Yes. Well then, you said you're giving us food. Give us food. And we will trade you... Do you need new pots?
We need a cook.
I am the cook for them. Null yeah.
We are working on a greenhouse aboard the ship. We could use some pots for the plants.
Then we will grant you 18 pots.
Okay.
All of which are handmade by our own people. And they do start bringing you guys out a stupid number of pots.
Gribble, why is it wherever we go you find a pot dealer?
Because you don't let me grow crickets on board the ship.
Is it because whenever they get out, you could never get them all, so there's always that cricket in the background and that
Exactly.
awkward silence?
Always complaining that there's always one cricket somewhere in the bins.
There are... That's the problem. You can't let them get in the vents. They'll torture everybody. But there is one more thing she has to tell you. All of these 18 pots have inscribed onto them stories of our culture and community. Ancient and forgotten, but perhaps useful to those old enough to understand the details. Try not to break them.
You hear that, Captain? Don't rock the boat into a creature. You might break the pots.
That happened like 10 times and it will continue happening.
You got a table or something that I could start putting food on?
Yes, she'll bring you
Don't
back
think you
inside.
want it. Yeah, I don't think you want it on the ground. Floor meat is not necessarily appetizing to all.
Can our other companion talk now, by the way?
Oh yes, it was just for the ritual that they could not. Wait, really? Why did you tell them they couldn't talk during the ritual? Because they didn't take the water. I told you people are allowed to speak, you just don't know if they're lying or not. Yes, I didn't want to listen to them speak. You're rude. This lady.
Sophus, you can speak now.
I see.
Please do not judge all of us upon her. She's very old.
I mean, hey, the older you are, the more you speak your mind.
How old is she?
She is 64. And I know you're a pretty elf girl, and that is just a blimp of time for all of you. But for humans, that's really fucking old.
You're a human?
No, she is. I'm a halfling.
You're a halfling? I thought you was just a small human. Oh, my bad. It races look alike.
Do you not know the history of the half-folk?
No.
Oh. Are you aware of the god Bob?
No.
You are not
Sounded so-
familiar with the god Bob.
No. I am not familiar with this entity called Bob.
Oh, you are going to like this. So, the stories go that long time ago, each of the gods decided that they were going to make a type of mortal within their image, right? There was the pretentious, stuck-up Fae immortals who were like, we're going to make them just like us, and then made stuck-up, pretentious, ancient elves that live nearly forever and can't sleep, which sounds horrible to me. And then, of course, there was the Pelor and other gods like that that made the humans in their image, those that are durable, adaptable, and hyper-adaptive to any situation that befalls them. There's the dragons gods, the goblins gods, all of that, you understand. Well, Bob was one of the last gods to make a mortal race within their image, because Bob is the god of fun, of parties, drink, mead, celebration. They did not see a need to create something so vain within their image, but the other gods insisted that it had to be done, and they were making fun of him for not having a large enough impact on the realm. So he decided he was going to create the most powerful mortals ever. They would be powerful, they would be strong, they could not be made afraid of anything that they came across. They were unparalleled with their lucky abilities. Misfortune just seemed to never befall them ever. Sounds really ridiculous, right? The other gods got pissed off at them. So they instilled a nerf on us. And decided that the Boblings would be made half. Therefore, we became the Halflings.
Huh.
Yes. So we are technically the most powerful mortals ever created by gods, but nerfed because of jealousy from the others. To be short.
Well, it's okay to be short.
Oh, yes, I agree. Do you know how many fights
gonna-
I've won by punching someone in the dick?
Exactly.
Yes.
You don't fight fair. You fight to your strengths.
Yeah,
It just so happens a very big weak spot, or little in some people's cases, is literally right there.
Yes, Sylph.
That is a wonderful information. Is this Bob still around?
What? No. Gods have not been here in a very, very, very long time.
And they build and they move on.
The place has gone to ruin.
What did you say,
People need
Gribble?
guides.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Gribble.
I just said, when gods finish what they do, they tend to move on to new dominions to start again.
Greedy fuckers, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some believe the gods are playing chess. But realistically, they just load up a game of solitaire.
And if you ask me, probably closer to tic-tac-toe.
Give him a high five, low five.
Yeah.
Right, it's a quick correction. It's like,
Do you have any seasonings? By chance.
Oh, yes.
Good, you're gonna need it.
Seasonings are great. You have to keep them dry, so she gestures to the environment.
Yeah. I'm gonna be creating a lot of bland food, so her having seasonings is gonna make it at least palatable.
Yeah.
I have some garlic salts if you need them.
Oh, I'll take them, yes.
But I'm gonna be casting that 3 times.
Nice.
And
lot of
like I
water.
said, it makes a lot of food and a lot of water. It's 90 gallons of water, 135 pounds of food, I think. 145.
It's just bland.
Yeah. So if she's
Did
got
the taste-
seasonings, like, it's great. And the water stays clean and doesn't go bad. It's just the food needs to be eaten before this time tomorrow.
Oh, we will feast. Bland or not, it's better than eating goat that's been cooked in their own blood.
Sophus, why are you salivating at that?
Mm.
Goat's blood.
Sophus, would you like to try that?
Yeah.
We have
Oh,
one
I-
taker.
I wouldn't recommend it. It is quite disgusting.
I'll be the judge of that.
Are you one of those weirdos that likes to try all types of unique foods?
No. Just those with blood.
Sylph nods their head.
Wait, you like blood? Are you one of those leech people? You can't call people leech people. I'm just asking a question.
I don't know. I just take some salt from her little stash, throw it at Sophus.
Sophus
Nope,
does not
not a
shrivel
leech.
up.
Not a leech.
No. Does Silvus then have to get on all fours and count each grain of salt? Like the old Vampire Tales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh no! I
She'll
thought
look
about doing
unimpressed.
that. Okay, here. We will give you a little bit of lamb then, and she will hand you a bowl of orange, reddish-looking broth that has chunks of lamb in it and rice. Oh wait, no, rice wouldn't be capable of surviving out here. Rice needs more water than most crops.
Yeah.
Lentils.
Lentils, thank you.
She'll try it. See if she has any sort of taste from it.
No adverse reaction from tasting the broth. The meat is not palatable for you, but the broth is actually quite good. So apparently, if you guys cook food in blood, you can drink the blood afterwards, and it's pretty good. Admittedly, goat's blood does not taste anywhere near as good to you as what you suspect humanoid blood tastes like, but yeah. You haven't had that yet.
I do remember biting someone, but I forgot if it was a human.
Yeah, but there's a difference between biting somebody in battle and, like, drinking, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like if you've ever worked retail before and your buddy goes, hey, you have to try this brand new candy, but you have 4 minutes left on your break, so you just huff it down and go, okay, it was good. You know? Like...
You don't get to savor it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You just down another monster and just go back at it.
Yeah.
Look,
I've just been mainly drinking rats in my coffee.
Look, everyone says you have to train your muscles. You got to train your heart muscle too. That's why you down 5 monster energies a day.
Oh my god.
It's a joke on that one, but there are some people that need it.
God, my doctor would kill me if that was the case.
When I was younger, I was that guy. I'm down to 1.5 Yesleys a day. Which, by the way, guys, not sponsored, but like if you ever are looking for an alternative energy drink, Yesleys are fantastic.
I'm trying to cut caffeine.
Then don't have it.
Well, I guess that means you can't have chocolate because it hits the same receptors.
Oh no. Huh?
I'd just die. So,
Yeah.
everyone, you make all of the food and they are dumbfounded by this ability that you possess, and they are so incredibly appreciative of you creating and crafting all of this food for them. However, all of the pots are beginning to be brought out towards you. Each one can be studied with one primary check, and a character may use a different skill if they can explain how. But the skills associated are history, religion, arcana, investigation, and survival. However, if you have painting supplies or potter's tool proficiency, you would have an exceptional bonus at this.
Is it history, religion, arcana, investigation, survival?
Yes, I did.
Can I argue calligraphers, since it's very similar to painters, but just for paper? Like it's the same field. It's the same field.
I'd say yes, but you wouldn't get the painters or potters bonus information.
If we have some time, I can help someone have access to that. So with an hour, someone can attune to something that would give them potter proficiency.
Sure.
Just who's
What
good
is
at
the
the others?
ability?
It's the Omni tool. When someone attunes to it, they get access to all tool proficiencies.
Yeah, no, that would work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that'll work, yeah.
Um,
It's weird, but
yeah.
it'll work.
It's part of my ability to create magic items, so it's like, I can give them out. Just no one's really asked for any of them, so it's like,
Fuck it.
and we haven't come into situations where a lot of mine are actually necessary yet. 'Cause I kind of grab little bits here and there.
I have survival, history, arcana. I don't have investigation, religion.
And this is a group activity, everybody. So, like, all of you will be able to participate in this. You just have to choose who is rolling what. Gribble
Okay.
will be able to take over the pottery tool proficiency ones.
So, Silphus, what proficiencies are you good at on this list?
I'm good at medicine. Oh no, 2 proficiencies, you mean?
The ones that Gribble posted in chat.
Between
History, religion, arcana, survival, investigation.
Survival.
So Sophus should probably be the one that takes survival.
Yep.
Unless someone else only has survival.
Yeah. Sylph, what about you?
From this list, I only have arcane and survival.
Okay, then you can take arcane. I can take history.
I thought you were going to use calligraphers.
Oh, Clearverse. Yeah, sorry.
You
sorry,
can do
yeah.
history or calligraphers. It'll yield different information, but because you have Gribble on pottery, he's getting that same information. So it'd be like double dipping.
Okay, then I'll let Gribble do the pottery. I can do the history.
Okay, everybody type out which one that you're going to be doing.
And I will grant. Yeah, because it was going to be Damson on history, Sylph on arcana, Sophus on survival. I will grant Sophus enhanceability, so they will have advantage.
Nice.
So I'm down all my third levels and one of my seconds. Which is why I couldn't do it to 2 people. Since enhanceability is a touch ability, my dragonfly will give
Concentration, right?
Yeah, it can maintain concentration on a spell.
It can? Because things have to specify that they can. They don't assume that they can.
I thought familiars could, but I could be mistaken.
Mm-mm. It has to be specified, or it needs innate spellcasting.
Okay. I'll double check, but yeah. Yeah, since I'll have the advantage with all tool proficiencies, I can just do the proficiency with tool. So yeah, let's I guess roll. Make our rolls.
Alrighty. Well, we also have to divvy up the 18 pots. So, 2 of you get 5 pots, and 2 of you get 4 pots. Just tell me what numbers you guys want to take. It'll be easy if you do, I'll do 1 through 4, and stuff like that.
I think the 5 pot should go to me and Sophus, since we'll have advantage.
Okay. I can take 4 pots.
So,
And Sophie, you're
What?
cool with the 5?
Yeah, I guess.
And Sophie, you're good with 4?
Yeah.
so Damson will take 1 through 4. Gribble will take 5 through 10. Sophus will take 11 through 16. And Sil
The rest.
will take the last 4.
Alrighty.
I will post the numbers here in just a second.
Thank you.
Because it was 19, right?
18.
18.
There you go. I got it typed out for you, Gribble. Because it gets me as well of like, oh yeah, it's 4 of like 15, 16, 17, 18. And it's like, wait a minute, that's not 4.
Yeah, I had to double check on that. Yeah. So,
Yep,
Damson,
that
you got
maths
the
out.
first 4 rolls.
Well, not 4 rolls. It's only going to be 1 roll to find out what you gleam on each of these. So, Damson, go ahead and do your history check.
I will guidance myself.
You don't got your. Oh wait, it's a cantrip. Never mind. I thought you ain't got your focus. That's a cantrip. Don't need a focus for that.
Ooh.
16.
Okay, there you go. You hit the DC.
Yay!
And you are history on pots 1 through 4. All right. The image of pot 1 is a wide golden green plain filled with rivers, herds, white roads, farms, and distant domed cities. This shows the dry steppes before the invoked devastation, when the land was still fertile. Pot 2 is a floating city over the plains, painted with violet glass, pale metal rings, and tiny figures looking down from balconies. This depicts the city is remembered as Netheree and not Baklunish. Pot number 3. An orb descends in a cradle of violet glass and pale metal, held by beams of light. What you discern is the scene marks the arrival of the Rain Heart itself. And number 4. A robed Netheree figure stands beside local elders, pointing to symbols of rain, roots, stars, and rivers. This tells you that this is the outsider who taught the local keepers how to use the orb. However, Damson, you also somewhat think that figure looks familiar, based off of a description given to you by a certain Goliath friend of yours.
Oh. Interesting.
Moving on to pot number 5. That's going to be Gribble. Go ahead and roll me that pottery check.
26.
And you are
No.
using intelligence on this, right?
Yeah, because of the Omni tool.
Yeah. But no, it would be intelligence anyways. But
Yeah.
the image on the 5th pot is a plateau where 3 lines meet. a river below, a white road from the east, and stars overhead. The white road from the east, everybody. The three lines' convergence suggests a ley-lined or geomantic anchor. Your captain's insight seems solid. The plateau was carved before painting, making it physically raised on the pot. It is the most important location marked in all of these sets of pots. Number 6. The orb shines above fields while rain falls in careful bands. People dance, plant, and fill jars. The orb regulates weather without creating violent storms. What you realize, thanks to pottery, is the rain was painted with blue glaze that was fired hotter than the rest. The maker wanted the water to endure visually. Number 7. Old wells overflow while roots descend deep into the earth, touching blue underground channels. The rain heart drew existing water upward rather than creating water from nothing. And what you know from potteries is the well mouths are marked with thumb impressions from the maker, a sign of personal or communal reverence. Number 8. Children, herds, orchards, and full granaries beneath a small glowing orb symbol in the sky. This tells you the orb remained in use for generations. And the pot is smoother and more refined than earlier ones, implying it was made during a wealthy, stable generation. And finally, number 9. The orb rests inside a stone structure open to the sky, surrounded by basin channels and white standing stones. This is likely the exact installation site. The shrine outline is painted over an older version of the pot, meaning the site was built up after the orb was first placed there. It is not a site that was native or natural to the environment. Now, Sophus, time for you to roll me that survival check. Remember, you do have advantage.
Okay. Sec. Survival.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
The image of the 10th pot. Hands are painted around the orb, but some are open and some are closed into fists. Black marks appear near the closed hands. The community began to disagree over who should control the orb. The black marks were at... Oh, sorry, you don't have pottery proficiency. My bad. Ignore that. Pot 11. 2 distant powers are shown as opposing storm fronts. One side has sun, fire imagery. The other has crescent, wind, and water imagery. This tells you that this represents the Sul-Baklunish Wars, the war between the two factions and communities. Based off of what you have learned from the local, well, from your allies, the Baklunish were represented by the sun and the fire, while the Sul were represented by the crescent, wind, and water imagery. Number 12. Robed arcanists remove the orb from the shrine, while well keepers kneel or reach after it. This tells you This was not a willing transfer. The people did not give it up to them freely. Somehow they were made to give it up. Number 13. The orb is shown with rivers, wells, storm clouds, and roots all feeding into it, while a great open mouth shape forms above. This tells you the pot connects directly to Nala's claim that the rain heart was used as a throat. And finally, number 14. People recoil from dark water. Animals lie dead near troughs. The wells are painted with black spirals. You learn the water was poisoned, corrupted, or magically spoiled due to this activity. And finally, Sylph. Roll me that Arcana.
Okay.
That guide itself.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you're doing yours while this is happening. It's like you
Okay.
guys are divvying it up, so no.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Sorry.
I will guide myself then.
Guide.
But I wish to also, because I've got a few and should just get one or two out, an inspiration I wish to use just for advantage.
Go for it.
I wish to thank the Green Man. Now,
Oh,
that
those
is-
viewer inspirations are re-rolls.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, okay, I take that back then. Never mind then.
Fuck the green man. No.
Would that be Gribble?
Hey, here we go. A 10.
I will flash of genius to give you an extra 4.
Extra 5, right? At your level?
I believe I'm at a 19 right now. Yeah. I need
Ah.
one more intelligence.
Okay.
All right. Can I thank the Green Man now?
Yes.
Woo!
Before you
Come on, Val.
flash Cribble, because they might succeed still.
Okay.
Okay.
An 18.
No need to
22.
flash him. Wait, why
Uh,
do you have a D4?
Guidance.
Guide it for themselves.
Oh yeah, you can guide yourself. That's right.
Yeah.
I always
am
forget you guys.
piloted.
You guys can guide yourselves. Pot number
19.
15. Oh, you don't re-roll the 4, so you keep the 4. 22.
Ooh, 22.
Yeah. The 15th pot. A pale wall of light rises in the distance while people flee, shield their eyes, or fall to their knees. The scale is beyond ordinary spellcasting. The orb may have helped root or amplify part of the devastation, but was not the only cause of it. It was a tool. The 16th pot, the same green plains from pot 1, are painted again, but now brown, cracked, and filled with empty riverbeds. One painted road remains white, even after the devastation, marking it as the path to the plateau. 17. The orb is no longer visible. Instead, a mound, dust storm, and broken standing stones appear beneath 3 stars. The 3 stars are a navigational marker or seasonal sign that you will be able, with the help of navigator's tools, figure out where it is located. And pot number 18. A ship or star shape appears above the dry land. Below it, small figures stand beside wells and point towards the white road. This image was likely added much later, after the original story became legends. This pot is much newer than the others.
Seems I got the newer stuff.
Is that us on there?
Person
Which one
with
you're pointing at?
person with Potter's supply. Go ahead, you hairless Potter. Roll. See what I did there? See, yeah. Just,
Yeah, I got that. That's good.
do you have advantage, Grip?
Yes. With all tool proficiencies, I do.
It is
Guidance.
unmistakable that there is a gothic-looking, like, bat lady falling down, and a purple-looking, much skinnier dragon, and a small frog and a small bunny. One of these people is a shitty artist from back in the day, but they have good divination magic.
Yeah. Well, looks like the pots foretold us coming. Maybe the 20th pot will be of the salvation.
Maybe.
These are all the pots that we have passed down through the generations and kept safe. There were 2 others, but they were taken in a recent raid about 20 years ago.
I'm
Very
guessing
recent.
Pots 19 and 20 then?
Yes.
Huh.
Whom took it?
The Juzonti. Juzonti.
Okay.
What?
Are they from this land?
They are. Whereas we protect the well, they choose to be raiders against the others. Take in small increments so that we aren't motivated to gather up, share our resources to take them out. They are nomadic and fast-moving. Nobody really knows where they are.
What are their colors?
Brown and white. They are the Centurion Force. All centaurs.
If they're raiders and bandits, we could deal with them. But, the necessary way was when someone is without, they tend to go to these acts. So maybe providing food and water back to the land may quell their thirst for banditry and savagery.
Maybe.
And if not, we might be able to help.
We just asked if you
Revenue
kill
need.
them to give us their blood so that we can recycle it.
Okay.
We
Thank
get glue, they get blood.
The one male centaur off of this is horrified hearing that statement.
Why?
What?
What is wrong with you?
Oh, and it's the one that's been giving us the stink eye this whole time. He just now hears me say, we could just turn them all to glue.
Yeah, I wonder why he doesn't like you guys. So, Sylph, you now have a navigator's way during the nighttime to travel and try to find this location. Everyone else, you know of the existence of 2 more pots that you can go after. Last thing we're doing this session is you guys decide. Are you going directly after the item's previous location, or are you going to try to find the information on those pots to be more cautious before going after it?
A part of me really wants to massacre some centaurs.
I think let's put the pots we have on our ship so they're safe, and then
Fuck up some centaurs.
I think we go after the centaurs for the last bit of information.
Yeah. Because clearly these pots are prophetic.
Yeah, and so there might be something we have to do in order to resolve this issue on those last two pots.
The last two pots are just looking at the other pots and then coming out to the centaurs.
Oh, I bet you one of them's like a massacre, and then the last one is.
That would be so funny.
It turns out it's that Sento's been eyeing us. He's like, he's a spy. And it's like, no, it's not them. No.
All right. So, any objections? Centaur hunting?
Centaur hunting. We need to get those last two pots.
All right.
I mean, it gives us everything. It gives us blood for Sylphus and, so they can recycle it. Gribble gets some glue. Damson gets some new furs. And we get pot.
And you give me flack for getting pot.
Sophis, no objections?
No, I don't mind.
Alrighty then. Then when we come back next week, that's what we're doing, y'all. See you next time.
Oh, could you imagine?